Had a lot of big crashes this weekend in all of the series. We want to keep this as clean as we can.
Live from trackside, this is IMSA Radio and IMSA TV. We're looking at the start-finish line. Oh, and a big moment right in front of the 77. That's the Compass Racing TCR car. There's at least 3 cars have had a spin coming out of the carousel. And down towards the kink, not even at the kink. All sorts of people involved there. Through goes the Europarts car, and the 38 Porsche is out of it.
Number 88
Suspension.
BMW also involved, making his debut this weekend, Henry Schmidt.
Yeah, it's who did we put in the 38 to start? It was the Cox
Jim
car
Cox,
to start, the
yeah,
Jim Cox, yeah, absolutely. But there was at least 2 or 3 cars involved in that, and well, one of the Europarts cars doing a great job for our sponsors. He's picked up one of the Continental tyres. It's the pole sitter, it's the 12 car. Oh my goodness, that's Tom O'Gorman, who'll be getting no air at all into the 2-litre Audi engine. Also involved there was the number 92. Oh, it's the 92 Mercedes. I thought I saw another car involved there, and it's the dark red number 92. Alex Premat, part of that team, well known. It was his teammate that started it. The pits have been closed as the number 10 car has to come in. Was it the pole sitter or was it the number 10? It's both of them in. They're both in. 10 and 12 both come into the pit lane. He'll have emergency service for the number 12 just to get rid of the advertising hoarding. The number 10's come in as well. Now, they haven't touched the car, so I don't know what that means as far as emergency service. He just stopped, and they took the banner off the front of the car. And the banner just fell off. Oh, it was the 28 car, I'm afraid, just wandering across the track. Also involved there, the BMW, the brand new BMW. That's the 88 car, isn't it, new this weekend? And Shea Adam has more news with this Continental Tire pit lane report.
It's in the pit lane, John. The door hinge is actually broken on the passenger side on the number 88 BMW, the one that was driven by Henry Schmidt, the BMW equation of this part of Stephen Cameron Racing. The left-hand side has quite a bit of damage as well, but the right hand pushed in, and with very telltale signs, red, black, and silver marks along, mostly red though. That would be the contact from the BMW. The car comes off the air jacks. The crew is evaluating what to do, whether they're going to just take it back behind the wall. The left-hand side, not as bad as the right, but now they're sending him. They're telling him to go. Does he make the hard right turn back to the garage area? Let's see. The pit light is green at the exit. Yeah, he's going back out. They're okay with the car.
Okay. Thank you, Shea Adam, with the Continental Tire pit lane report. It was a smart move by Tom O'Gorman to miss the incident. He'd already lost the lead, I think, in TCR. His team car, Lee Carpentier, with right front damage. He couldn't avoid the incident ahead of him, and he's had to come in to change the right front tyre. All started off with the Porsche side by side with the 92, and he just turned right for no apparent reason, the Porsche that is.
That's right,
and there's damage to the right front suspension immediately on the Porsche, but did that give up first before that car veered violently to the right hand side? There was no need for him to turn right, and then he got rear-ended by an unsighted Lee Carpentier in the number 10 Eurosports white TCR Audi. Very odd. There's a puncture on the right front wheel, but was that cause or effect? I honestly can't tell, but something very odd indeed happened there, Jeremy, in terms of what happened, and that was the catalyst for everything that followed. It's within a very short time of the start, so this will be a short yellow. There'll be no pass-by, wave-arounds, or anything like that. The pits will not open, so those that have been in have been deemed emergency service. I'm not sure what else the 12 car could have done other than stop on the track and dump the banner, which wouldn't have been a smart thing to do. I think they may get a drive-through for that. Shea Adam?
The only thing that the team did was to remove the banner once it had fallen off the car and was laying in front of it. So I don't know if that counts as emergency service because they didn't actually touch the race car itself. Now, had Tom stopped out on the track, he would have had to run over the banner again. So it was very smart to stop in a position where somebody could clear the way for him.
The number 10 car has further damage to the right-hand side, and that hasn't refired yet. and I just wonder if that car will even go back out. There's damage to the bonnet, the hood as well. That's kinked up rather badly, and it looks like the front splitter is pushed onto the right front wheel as well. I'm not sure that that car is going to be leaving anytime soon. That might be day done, I'm afraid, for the number 10 car. I still haven't worked this out. Comes out of the carousel, and the 28 Porsche, Jeremy, just slewed to the right-hand side. I've got to say, I don't think the 92 Mercedes was doing anything wrong there. Was right alongside and in a separate. Effectively, if you'd been on the street yet, you would have said they were in two separate lanes.
Yeah, that was really strange. And poor old Henry Schmidt there was completely minding his own business. And when the number 38 car was kind of turned sideways in that melee, it just clipped the back end of the number 88 car, turned it into a spin. And crikey, that was a scary moment. But which tyres are on these cars?
And that would be Continental tyre.
Yes.
And Tom O'Gorman making that very, very clear. But Shea Adam, that banner wrapped around the front of the car for half a lap, may not have done the engine temperatures any favours.
Nope, there is no water in the reserve, which means that if the car kept running, it would have overheated, and they can't add water to it right now. So they're giving the finger across the throat, saying that's it. That's all she wrote for the pole-sitting car.
Oh no, that's both of the Euro parts. Roa Motor Oil sponsored machines out very early on. The 88 car took a heck of a hit as well from the 92, and that's another brand new car this weekend. That's rear suspension damage, big door damage on the right hand side as well. That's again an innocent party to all of that. And well, you can only sympathise, but I think both of the, well, it's an early finish for the Euro parts guys, and they've been great competitors every time that they have come in, but those cars are going to be pushed backwards down the pit lane. There is a way for them to get back to the paddock in a couple of pits time behind them. There's a gap in the wall, and that's where that number 12, the pole sitting car, will go. Short day's work, such as it was for Tom O'Gorman, and poor Kenton Cook doesn't even get into the car. Meanwhile, its team's car is damaged to the right front. The 92 Mercedes is damaged to the right front, the front. Rest of the car's fine, but that car's not going anywhere unless it's on the back of a flatbed, which is where it's going right now. And I suspect that the next time we speak to our Continental Tyre pit lane reporter, Shea Adams, she's going to tell us that the 88 BMW is also hors de combat and will not return, because that was a big hit that it took in the left-hand side, just in front of the rear wheel, between the door and the rear wheel, and it certainly looked like it damaged